Hey guys, it's Sabrina, the social media coordinator for J&M. I'm here with Rachel Smith, one of the recruiters that we have, and we're just going to talk a little bit today about what it's like on her side of the application process. So after a driver hits submit, what happens next? So Rachel, what is the application process like on your end once a driver hits submit?
So once a driver hits submit, their application is going to shoot through to our desk and our end of the software portal. So then we're going to check it out, make sure everything is there. Everything being your contact information, your work history, your license information, and any information that you have about any accidents or moving violations.
So Rachel, a common question that potential drivers have when looking at J&M is how much experience and or requirements do they need to come aboard?
So drivers need to be at least 25 years of age before they come on board. We also require at least 18 months of tractor trailer experience in the last 3 years, no more than 3 accidents or moving violations, no felonies in the last 5 years, no DUIs in the last 5 years, and never in a commercial vehicle.
So when you're processing the application, are there any specific reports that you run?
Yes, we are going to run a criminal background check. We're also going to run drivers' motor vehicle reports. We're also going to run the PSP report, as well as check to make sure that they have the proper license.
You said that you run a PSP report. What does that entail?
So the PSP report is going to show any inspections that the driver has had, any accidents, or any violations.
Outside of the minimum experience and qualifications that a J&M driver needs, what do you look for when recruiting?
So we're looking for drivers that are loyal, that are dedicated, and hardworking. Also drivers that present themselves well as a professional driver. So our drivers are coming in contact with their customers every day, and we're really looking for someone that's going to represent J&M well. Also going to look for someone that takes themselves seriously as a professional driver.
When you're talking to a potential driver, how do you help them decide if J&M is what's best for them or what's right for them?
So I really like to get to know the driver and find out what it is that is their motivation for wanting to come on board at J&M. Is it better pay? Is it more home time? Is it the benefits? J&M may be the answer to those problems in their career. We also may not be the answer for every driver. So I really like I said, to get to know them and talk with them and find out if we are the best fit for them.
What is typical or average home time for a J&M driver?
So that's really going to vary from terminal to terminal. Many of our terminals, our drivers are home daily or most days. Even our over-the-road drivers are not what most companies would consider over-the-road. So our long-haul drivers could expect to be out 3 to 4 nights max, and then they head back home for their reset.
So let's say that a driver comes aboard J&M, goes through orientation, and passes training. What type of equipment and tractors can they expect to be operating?
Most of our drivers are going to be in Kenworth T680s. We have a couple of Kenworth T660s floating around. Primarily, our trucks are automatic, and just like the T660s, we have a couple of manuals floating around as well.
So what area of the country does J&M operate out of, and where do we have physical terminals?
So we're primarily in the Southeast. We have terminals in Alabama, South Carolina, Georgia. We also have a terminal in Texas, and we have operations in Maryland and Chicago.
So now that all trucks are required to have some form of e-log system, what does J&M use in their trucks?
J&M uses the PeopleNet system. So I like to think of it as the iPhone of e-log systems. It is very user-friendly, very easy to figure out.
So a question that a lot of drivers have when looking for a new position is what kind of benefits does J&M offer?
J&M offers health benefits. They also offer 401k with company match and paid vacation.
In addition to a driver's weekly paycheck and the minimum pay guarantee that J&M offers, are there any other incentives, perks, or bonuses that a driver can get to pick up some extra cash?
Yeah, we have a couple of different bonus programs. First, we have the safety bonus program. So drivers are going to get a quarterly safety bonus to reward them for safe driving. They're also going to earn up to $200 for every clean DOT inspection. We also have the referral bonus program. So drivers can earn up to $2,000 for each referral that they bring on board at J&M. And we also have various other bonus programs that vary from terminal to terminal.
So Rachel, do you have any advice for drivers who are seeking employment, whether it's here at J&M or any other company in general?
Absolutely. So when you're talking to companies and you're talking to recruiters about making a move in your career, really be honest and be upfront about your experience and your qualifications. But also ask the companies and the recruiters the questions that are going to help you make a good decision and really find your next home.
A common question that potential drivers have is, does J&M pay per mile or do they pay an hourly rate?
That is really going to vary from terminal to terminal. Some of our terminals pay a cents per mile rate, and some of our terminals pay a percentage of the load that the driver hauls.
What is the fueling policy at J&M? Do drivers have a specific place they need to go to fuel up?
Yes, primarily our drivers are going to fuel up at a Pilot or Flying J, but also some of our drivers are able to fuel up at the terminal itself.
What type of training can a J&M driver expect when being brought on board?
So like we said earlier, drivers come on board with at least 18 months of tractor trailer experience. So we don't have to train you on that aspect of the job because you already know how to be a professional driver. But what we are going to train our drivers on is how to use our tanks. We're going to give you the rundown of all the different aspects of the pneumatic tank so that when you get out on the road by yourself, you know how to do every aspect of your job.
So a common thing for just anyone in general is moving. So is a driver at J&M able to switch terminals if for some reason they need to move cities?
Yeah, the fantastic thing about how many terminals and how big our reach is here at J&M is if you are relocating to another location, if we have a terminal nearby and we have a spot open in that terminal, then it is yours. You just have to talk with your dispatcher about that, let them know that that's something you're interested in, and we'll make it happen.
So say a driver is ready to come on board with J&M. Where is orientation and how long does it last?
Orientation is held here at our corporate office in Birmingham, Alabama. So it is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and half a day on Thursday. So you are going to spend that week with Keith Wisner, a man that used to be a driver here at J&M, but then moved into the safety department and runs our trainings. He is going to give you all of the safety information that you need for your job here at J&M. Also give you a little bit of hands-on experience at a terminal with one of our tanks, and then you're going to move on into training with a driver trainer.
Can a potential driver expect to be paid for their time here at orientation?
Absolutely. So orientation pay is $125 a day, Monday through Thursday. Not only are we going to pay you for being here in orientation, we're going to cover any expenses that it takes to get you here to orientation and anything that you spend while you're here in Birmingham.
Thanks for watching our newest Tank Talk. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions for recruiting, please drop them in the comments below and we'll get right back with you. Otherwise, stay tuned for our next Tank Talk.